I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Psalms, chapter 122. Let's focus on verse 1. I was glad when they said to me, "Let us go into the house of the Lord." Now, it may surprise you, but my favorite place for personal worship and to study the Bible, the place where I write these Bible devotionals, is not a church. It's not an office. I prefer somewhere more comfortable like a coffee house. And when I share that with people, they often ask, well, how can I focus in a coffee house with all those people talking and the beans grinding and the espresso machines hissing away? But you see, I have 4 children, and so I can tune out anything. I can focus on hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit as He teaches me, even in that environment. That being said, there are times when the best place to worship is in the assembly with other believers at church. Nothing compares to the experience of being in a room packed full of Christians, all of us praising and seeking the Lord together. And that is precisely what David is communicating. It's not as if David could not write psalms and pray anywhere else, but when the people of God congregate, something transcendent happens, and we get a glimpse of heaven. And that's what the New Testament writer of Hebrews was trying to communicate. Hebrews 10 verses 24 and 25. Let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching. Now, Psalm 122 verses 2 through 5 says this, "Our feet have been standing within your gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together, where tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, to the testimony of Israel, to give thanks to the name of the Lord. For thrones are set there for judgment, the thrones of the house of David." Now, the testimony of Israel, aka the tabernacle of witness, is another name for the tabernacle. Remember that portable tent of worship that traveled wherever the Lord led the Israelites after the Exodus? It's called the tabernacle of testimony because from there God spoke to Moses, to Joshua, and the religious leaders. And from there they all bore witness of His word to the people. The menorah, the altars, the Ark of the Covenant were also there. Its light stood as a physical witness of God's presence. The people could look upon the menorah and be strengthened in their faith as they remembered how the Lord had chosen to be among them, how He had articulated how He wanted His people to serve so as to please Him and to be assured that He would deliver them. Psalm 122 verses 6 through 9. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May they prosper who love you. Peace be within your walls, prosperity within your palaces. For the sake of my brethren and companions, I will now say, peace be within you. Because of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek your good. As a person ascended to worship the Lord in Jerusalem, after all, this is a song of ascent. Well, they were reminded that their peace and the peace of the nation would only be found in meeting with the Lord as He instructed in the place of His choice. And in the same way, our peace is found, sure, when we're with the Lord alone in the Word and He's speaking to us, but our peace is also found in the assembly of believers as we worship Him together. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support now more than ever. Donating is secure and easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.